this because I have found such an extraordinary level of incompetence in terms of their own record keeping and referencing eligibility that I have requested from the VA after finding out that they had folks with the designation of prisoner of war that greatly exceeded the numbers by the Defense Department who had that status under the Veterans Administration from the Gulf War, from Vietnam, right up to the present day. And so they've yet to respond to me, and I think I gave them that question 6 months ago. And they don't know. And so I think there's a lot of self-reporting that's not audited, that they don't corroborate the information with the Department of Defense. It's easy to create a DD-214, the discharge certificate. So from your, how would you evaluate the SBA has to rely on the VA in terms of that certification process, but could you speak to the VA certification process for eligibility?
A little bit. It's in its infancy, I would say. They've set it up. They're moving forward with it, and it's encouraging. They have a good attitude and they have some good ideas. But the reality is, and I'll use case study number 2, the company that passed through the work to the international firm from Denmark is a VA-validated small business service-disabled veteran-owned company, and they're continuing to get service-disabled contracts as we speak. So they've gone through the validation process at VA, and somehow VA said they were okay, and we're saying that they're not. So that's not a good sign, and so that means that there's probably a lot of work to do with their validation process here.
Okay. Yeah, it would seem to be that the Department of Defense has the records, and I know that there have been problems with the records in the past when they've, obviously before they've gone to electronic records, but at least now, certainly for the younger generation of veterans, where we have the means to communicate electronically between the Department of Defense and the Veterans Administration, they ought to be able to do that. We shouldn't be giving, it hurts those of us that have served this country in combat, particularly those who are disabled, when we're giving benefits to those who have not earned them, taken from those who have earned them. And so, but the Veterans Administration has got to do a better job in that process. Madam Chairman, I yield back.
Mr. Schroeder.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm looking for reassurance, Director. I'd like to go back to the hub zone issues, and there were a lot of recommendations